Good afternoon everyone. The next topic is of data cube computation. So we'll discuss the methods, how it is going to be essential task in data warehouse implementation, and here the pre-computation of all or part of your data cube can greatly reduce the response time and enhance the performance of online analytical processing. So however, such a computation is challenging because it may require substantial computational time and storage space. So here like the data cube computation, why the data cube computation is needed, and to retrieve the information from the data cube in the most efficient way possible, and the query run on the cube will be fast. So usually the efficient method of data cube computation, the methods are multi-way array aggregation, so method for computing full cubes, and the method known BUC, which computes iceberg cubes from the apex cuboid downward, and the star cubing method, which integrates top down and bottom up computation, and the last one is a high dimensional OLAP. And the next slide, like data cube computation, the cube materialization, different data cube materialization include full cube, iceberg cube, closed cube and shell cube. And so next one, with respect to the full cube, the multi-way array aggregation, here like it has various methods. The method computes a full data cube by using a multidimensional array as its basic data structure, and partition array into the chunks, and compute aggregate by visiting, that is accessing the values at the cube cells. Advantage of the queries run on the cube will be very fast. So array based bottom up algorithm. And next, multi-way array aggregation is using multidimensional chunks, no direct tuple comparisons, simultaneous aggregations on multiple dimensions. Intermediate aggregate values are reused for computing ancestor cubes. So full materialization cannot be appropriate, so there is no iceberg optimization also. So the aggregation strategy here, it includes partitions array into chunks. The chunk might be a small subcube which fit in memory. Data addressing uses chunk ID offset, and the multi-way aggregation and computes aggregates in multi-way. So where it visits the chunks in order to minimize the memory spaces and to minimize the memory access. So move on to the next slide. The data cube computation, where the closed cube, a closed cube is a data cube consisting of only closed cells. Shell cube, we can choose to pre-compute only partitions or fragments of the cube shell, so based on cuboid of interest. So as we discussed in the class, with respect to the multidimensional, if you consider based on that only the example that we can consider, suppose the data size on each dimension. With respect to that, we are going to identify and require the traveling minimum memory required the when traveling to respective order. So like this method, the cuboids should be sorted and computed according to the data size on each dimension, and keeps the smallest plane in the main memory, fetches and computes only one chunk at the time for the largest plane. And the limitation is full materialization, where it computes well only for the small number of dimensions. The high dimensional data with respect to the partial materialization, and the bottom up computation, where top down approach, the characteristics, these are the characteristics. Partial materialization divides dimensions into partitions and facilitates iceberg pruning. No simultaneous aggregation. So this iceberg pruning process with partitions sort data values, partition into blocks that fits in memory. Appropriate pruning is for each block, it does not satisfy distance of pruned, means recursive call will be takes place. So where with respect to the method, the computation of spare data cubes, like general strategies of data cube computation. First, it's sorting, hashing and grouping, and simultaneous aggregation and catching intermediate results, and aggregation from smallest child when there exit multiple child cuboid. So the most discriminating dimension should be used first, and the dimension should be in the order of decreasing cardinality, and the dimension should be in the order of increasing maximum number. And the star cubing with respect to integrated method of top down and bottom up cube computation, where it explores both multidimensional aggregation and appropriate pruning. It explores the shared dimension. Example, like dimension A is the shared dimension of the particular graph which we are going to consider. So based on that, how to perform the task. And here the iceberg pruning strategy, it's a shared dimension one. If like based on this the shared dimension, the cuboid is computed simultaneously with respect to the graph what we consider. So the aggregate, if the aggregate on the shared dimension does not satisfy the iceberg computation. So the dimension cannot satisfy the condition either if we can compute the shared dimension before the actual cuboid. Cuboid trees, the tree structure to represent cuboids. The basic cuboid tree is of 3D cuboid trees and 2D cuboid trees. So each level represent a dimension, each node represent an attribute. So each node include the attribute value, aggregate value and a descent. So the path from the root to a leaf represent a tuple. So star nodes like will work out with respect to a single dimensional aggregate does not satisfy means. So no need to consider the node in the iceberg cube computation. So the star tree, it is composed using like uses the compressed table, keeps the star table for lookup for star nodes and lossless compression from the original cuboid tree. So depth first search from the root of the star tree, it creates the star trees from the cuboids on the next level. It prunes if the aggregate does not satisfy like a generated tree or star nodes. So that's it about the data cube computation.